At long last, he's back. Stephen Colbert returned to television this week for the long-anticipated premiere of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Stepping into the shoes of David Letterman, Colbert's show continues the late-night formula of monologue, comedy sketch, and interview. George Clooney and Jeb Bush were the inaugural guests for the first episode, and fans of the Colbert Report finally got to see how the comedian behaves now that he's put away his political pundit persona. As it turns out, he's not that different.
I used to play a narcissistic conservative pundit, now I'm just a narcissist.
But while Colbert is still messing around on broadcast television, Netflix has some news for Marvel fans. A premiere date has been set for Marvel's Jessica Jones, the second of the Netflix Defenders series. Starring Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones, David Tennant as the villainous Kilgrave, and introducing Mike Coulter as Luke Cage, the new show will premiere on November 20th, releasing all 13 episodes for your binging pleasure. In video game news, a new challenger has appeared in Street Fighter V.
I am Rashid of the Turbulent Wind. Remember the name well.
With parkour-inspired attacks and tornado-based specials, Rashid brings the current fighter count to 11 and is the second brand new character to be announced for the game. Meanwhile, after raising millions of dollars on Kickstarter and spending 2 years on development, Comcept has finally released Mighty No. 9. Here it is in all its glory. Okay, no, Mighty No. 9 has still been delayed till early 2016. This is actually Mighty No. 9 Gambare, a browser-based but no less official Mighty No. 9 game that Comcept released this weekend for Yahoo Japan. Featuring intense one-button gameplay and graphics you'd find on a 15-year-old Newgrounds game, Mighty No. 9 Gambare probably won't hold you over for the real game's release, but is a neat little time killer for a few minutes. Speaking of games that started on Flash, The Binding of Isaac Rebirth finally has a release date for its first big DLC package. Dubbed Afterbirth, the DLC will expand the original game with new playable character, 8 new bosses, 120 items, more than 1,000 new rooms, and a new final boss and ending. The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth DLC will be available on Steam on October 30th. In Nintendo news, the Big N has already sucked a night of sleep away from me with Super Mario Maker. The game-building game released on Friday, opening the floodgates to all sorts of creative types, from people interested in constructing elaborate Rube Goldberg machines to people who think starting stages with incredibly difficult jumps is clever. Whether you want to create stages or take advantage of the virtually limitless number of user-generated levels, everybody can find something to play with. Initially, Nintendo planned to roll out the creative tools over a period of 9 days, however, backlash from eager stage crafters convinced Nintendo to change their minds on that policy and release a Day 1 patch to get the content out early. The method for unlocking things isn't entirely known, but it seems to be based on the amount of blocks you place in the stage editor. Now that the patch is live, it takes less than an hour to unlock the entire range of level building tools. And while players are making worlds for Mario, Nintendo is bringing Pokemon into the real world. In a surprise announcement, the Pokemon Company revealed Pokemon Go, a mobile game set to bring together the demographics of people who like Pokemon and the people who like to leave the house. Combining geocaching with augmented reality, it appears Pokemon Go will allow people to scour their neighborhoods for wild Pokemon and battle other players. It also seems that there will be legendary Pokemon events that function somewhat like world boss encounters, requiring multiple people to contribute to the battle. So far, no details have been given about the combat mechanics or whether the game's in-app purchases will affect gameplay. Pokemon Go will be free to play and will release sometime in 2016. And that brings us to this week's awesome video. Mr. Cow TV is back with another furry critter mashup. This time it's cats vs. zombies. And that's everything for this week, so what kind of Mario levels do you like to play? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe, pass this video around to your friends, and have a great week!